Can you get a picture of this with you? Now, is there any truth to the rumor that Buddy Barker has left the country?
I wouldn't know. I'm not the traveler's aide.
Mrs. Ashley, do you and Mr. Barker have marriage in mind?
Ever know a girl over 7 who didn't have marriage on her mind?
Well, are you engaged? Mr. Barker won't comment.
No comment.
State your full name for this committee.
Mrs. Samantha Ashley.
And what is your present occupation?
I'm not working right now.
Well, your previous occupation then.
I was employed by Mr. Buddy Barker.
Would you tell the committee in what capacity you function?
I was his social secretary and official hostess.
Wouldn't procurer be a more appropriate description for your type of work, Mrs. Ashley?
Why don't you ask Senator Wagstaff over there? He's quite familiar with my type of work. I found just the thing, and the whole dinner is only $4.25. I'm putting you on an eye because it sort of carries out the feeling of the menu.
What is the menu?
Pompano Hawaiian.
Oh, forgive me, Miss Ashley, this is Buddy Barker. Buddy, this is Samantha Ashley. This young lady just saved Quinn here $1,612.50.
Hello, Sam.
I'd be truly delighted if you'd do me the honor of being my dinner companion, Miss Ashley.
Oh, I'd love to, but I can't.
You have another engagement?
Oh, no. It's just that it's against the hotel rules. Mr. Chicory
would lay an egg, no doubt.
I can take care of Mr. Chicory.
Oh, please don't, Mr. Carlton. Besides, like Mr. Goldfarb, I couldn't do you justice in the formal dress department.
Well, the invitation's open if you should change your mind.
It's the most wonderful one I've ever had. Thank you.
Cinderella, come to the ball.
I can't.
Sure you can.
But you don't understand my boss. He's a real Rasputin. He'd say, by all means, Mr. Carlton. And I'd get fired in the morning.
So what?
So what? So disaster, that's what. It took me 2 years to work up from a waitress in a coffee shop. That's what.
And if you're a good little girl, you might wind up in old Chickadee's shoes.
Old chickadees never die. They're tough old birds. Besides, it's chicory.
So what's your future? You know, with a little renovation, you might be a very interesting girl.
Really?
Really? You don't know how to dress, and your conversational chin-chin is pure guys and dolls. But underneath that Daisy May hairdo, there's an untapped mental machine. How much do they pay you in this air-conditioned paradise?
$125 a week. Why?
Well, how would 300 strike you?
Mr. Barker, I may not be up to your conversational chin-chin, but I know bunco artists and phonies. I wrestle them every day, 3 out of 4 with my eyes closed.
You're not paying attention. Now, besides your salary, you'll get a wardrobe that'll make Princess Grace sick with envy. And a crash course in elocution. The more important skills.
If you weren't a nut, I'd think you were a lunatic.
I'm serious.
But why? What do I have to do to win this fabulous jackpot? Tear off the top of my new car and set it in with a statement of 25 words or less?
Well?
You are a lunatic.
Here, go take care of that wardrobe problem you were mentioning. No, on second thought, I had better go with you. Because if I leave you to your own devices, you're liable to show up tonight in 18 yards of girlish net all lathered with sequins.
You'd better level with me. What do I trade?
He likes you. I need him. He doesn't like me.
Well, you're honest.
Only when I have to be.
Well, it was a ball while it lasted.
Now, what's the matter?
My bed is not for business.
Who said it was?
You did.
You're the one with the dirty mind.
Well, then what? I don't understand.
Be charming to him. a lonely old bachelor.
Now, Mrs. Ashley, what precisely was your relationship to the Republican senatorial candidate from the state of Massachusetts?
I refuse to answer the question on grounds that it may tend to incriminate me.
Mr. Chairman, it's quite obvious that Mrs. Ashley intends to be a very uncooperative witness.
Oh, I'm sure you're quite right, Mr. Fallon. However, I feel we should continue
Bass
to
was
make
just
your
pouting because he was never invited to any of our parties.
We'll answer them, a matter of official record.
It is Mrs. Ashley, is it not?
I've been divorced for 3 years.
And you have a child residing in Florida?
He lives with my mother.
And you? Do you, live with your mother?
You never told me I had to live in the same house with you.
I never said you didn't either.
You know something, Mr. Barker? You're a first-class liar.
I always travel first class.
What I mean is, you're pretty cagey. It's not what you say. It's what you don't say that makes you a liar. You're a liar by omission.
What are you having?
Coca-Cola.
Coke. With what? Rum?
Just straight. I'm not much of a drinker. Fact is, I don't drink at all. I don't smoke either.
You don't drink, you don't smoke. You know, I can't figure you up. That's some sort of a cookie dame.
I'm not kooky at all. I'm not much of a drinker because it gets to you after a while. You know, you've seen girls who drink a lot. They look like a beautiful city after the Blitz.
You one of those health nuts?
What can you do without your help? But it seems to me we came down here to pick up a paperback edition of your life, not mine.
You're right.
I don't understand the question.
And in what capacity were her services employed?
I refuse to answer the question on grounds that it may tend to incriminate me. Well, hi. I've been sitting at the La Milana since 5 o'clock, and it got rather embarrassing after the third chap made a pass at me.
Oh, you gorgeous neglected creature. I'm a brute. We had a date.
Well, I started to phone, and then I said, nope. If he doesn't care, he just doesn't care.
Ah, but I do care.
Well, it's too late. The evening is kaput.
I'm all yours.
Oh, yes? Miss Samantha Ashley? I have a free half hour between Senator Thingamajig and Congressman What's-His-Name. Well, no thank you, old chap. My mother told me never to take candy from strangers. And right now, there's nobody that I know stranger than you.
You could have come and dragged me away.
I'm not your governess.
We can do anything you like.
Anything?
Anything.
Terribly sorry. I seem to be in the wrong room.
Oh, really? Shame to waste such a dazzling entrance.
Please, could I stay here just for a few moments? You see, I'm afraid of walking.
Right into the arms of an irate wife. An out-of-focus photographer and a lecherous private detective? No, honey. I wouldn't do a thing like that to you.
How did you know?
I worked in a hotel. But isn't it a little early in the day? Even for a matinee?
Spends his evenings with his family. Oh, he'd marry me in a minute. Only his religion won't permit it. He can't get a divorce because he's very devout.
I know the type. Wonderful father and devoted to adultery. You're English, aren't you? How long have you been in this country?
Oh, about 3 years.
Are you working?
Not at the moment. Brad's been, well, you understand.
I've got a hunch your 4 and 8 is about to be cut off.
Oh, boy. Do I dread the thought of going back into show business. For me, that's the real Twilight Zone. You can't imagine how bilious it is unless you've hoofed away your 10 best years. As a feather duster, in the second line of a second company in a second-rate production.
What are feather dusters?
Oh, you know, those ostrich plumes. There's at least one number in every musical where the girls come out looking like great bloody birds.
Oh my gosh, that's got to be Frank. I said 15 minutes. Go fix your face while I fix an alibi. The name's Samantha Ashley.
Oh, Angela Wallace.